Very good morning, dear students. In carbon compounds, we have already finished with the topic carbon, a versatile element, and you have seen that how carbon can form different number of compounds, out of which you have learned the most simplest one, that is methane. Correct? Now today we are going to learn a new topic, that is hydrocarbon, saturated and unsaturated. Now I have already mentioned to you that hydrocarbons are those compounds which are made up of only hydrogen and carbon. Okay, so remember, dear students, hydrocarbons are nothing but they are made up of only carbon and hydrogen. So those compounds which are made up of only carbon and hydrogen, and in these we have already studied the structure of methane. Now hydrocarbons, again if you see, they are of two types, that is saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in organic compounds, hydrocarbons are the most simplest and fundamental organic compounds, that you have to remember. They are the most simplest and fundamental organic compounds because they are made up of only carbon and hydrogen. So there are two types of hydrocarbons. As I told you, there are two types. Hydrocarbons are of two types. They are saturated and unsaturated. Saturated and unsaturated. Now you might ask me, what are saturated and unsaturated? So you have already learned actually in standard 9, but let me try to recall. You might have heard that word saturated when we are preparing the saturated solution of something. Now suppose if you take water, little quantity of water, around maybe 50 ml or so, and you add around 100 grams of salt in it. Okay, some of it may get dissolved and later on it may not dissolve, and again if you try to add some more salt, you will find that there will be a point wherein the extra salt which you are putting is not getting dissolved. So that is the condition, or that point is called a saturation point, wherein the water cannot dissolve further the salt. Okay, that salt gets dissolved in water, but there is a point wherein extra salt will not get dissolved, and that point is called as saturation. So same with the hydrocarbons. Now saturated hydrocarbons are the hydrocarbons in which it is completely satisfied with its valency. Okay, and that valency is shared by all the hydrogens. Okay, so there is no place for any hydrogen to get added there. Okay, there is no room for hydrogen to get added in the saturated. That means it is completely filled with hydrogens. Okay, so there is again in these saturated compounds, okay, we have something called as alkane. Okay, alkanes. Now this is the new term to you, alkane. Now this hydrocarbons, alkane, is saturated. Why it is saturated? Because it is completely filled with hydrogen. There is no room for any hydrogen to get added, new hydrogen to get added. That is why they are called as saturated. Okay, and in that we have only one, that is alkane, which is made up of carbon-carbon single bond. It is made up of carbon-carbon single bond. So let me take an example, that is, for example, here if I take an example of two carbon atoms. So you will learn about something called as prefixes for the homologous series of alkene. Okay, so there is something called as the first carbon or one carbon. We have a prefix called as meth, METH. Then second one, 2 numbers, then you will have ETH, then 3 numbers, then it will be called as prop, 4 numbers will be called as but, 5 numbers will be called as pent, 6 numbers will be called as hex, okay, 7 number will be called as hept, then oct, non and dec. Okay, all these up to 10 carbon atoms, these are the prefixes. Now let me take an example of one carbon compound which is having 2 carbon atoms in it. So that is it. Okay, suppose now this is your carbon-carbon single bond. Fine. Now you know, you have learned that carbon has tetravalency. That means it has to complete its valency by by drawing 4 bonds like this. So for each carbon there will be 4 bonds. These 4 bonds indicates that it is tetravalent. Okay. Now here I have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 for this carbon. For this carbon also we need to draw 4 carbon bonds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. And now to bond will not be singly formed like that. Okay. For that what we require is something called as some other element, and that is in case of hydrocarbons it is either it is only carbon and hydrogen. So the atom which will be sharing with carbon in the hydrocarbon will be hydrogen. So hydrogen you just have to draw for each bonds. Okay, H, 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 and here also H, H, H. Fine. Now is there any room for any hydrogen to get added extra? No. It is completely filled with hydrogen. So there is no room for it to get added one more hydrogen. We cannot add like this. Okay, draw a bond here like this, and H we cannot add. So that is why this compound, which is an alkane, is called as saturated hydrocarbon. Now let me talk about what are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So unsaturated hydrocarbons are the hydrocarbons in which there is a room for addition of hydrogen. Okay. So how? Let's see. Okay. So now they are, let me show you first, and then I will tell you how many different types of unsaturated hydrocarbons are there. Let's take an example of something called as, C double bond C. It has double bond in between. Unsaturated has double bond and triple bond between the carbon-carbon atoms. Okay. So when it is double and triple bond in carbon-carbon atoms, it will be called as unsaturated. Why? Let me tell you. Okay. So here it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Tetravalency you have to always remember, you have to satisfy the tetravalency of the carbon. Okay. And since it is hydrocarbons, the atom which we get added here is hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. So how many hydrogens are there for this? Again you remember, this is 2 carbon atoms. Here also I have taken 2 carbon atoms, and 2 carbon atoms starts with the prefix ETH. Okay. Now what it will be called as, I will teach you little later on. But before that I will explain to you what are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in this what is there are double bonds. Okay. Now if you see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens for 2 carbon. Here there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogen. Okay. And there were single bonds. But now here there is double bond. Okay. Now this double bond can be easily broken. Okay. To make it a single bond. Suppose if this double bond breaks. Okay. If this double bond breaks, what will remain here now? 1, 2, 3 bonds only. And carbon requires how many bonds? 6 bonds. So how many? If we break this bond, how many hydrogens will be added here? Of course, it will be nothing but 2 hydrogens will be added to each carbon. Here 1, here 1. And it will be something like this. So there is a room for such type of carbon compounds where we have either a double bond. Okay, let me explain to you triple bond also. Double bond, there is a place for addition of 2 hydrogens for the carbon. Okay, since there is a room for hydrogen to get added, it is called unsaturated. Unsaturated why? Because it is not completely filled with hydrogen. It is not completely filled with hydrogen, and therefore you can add hydrogen by breaking the bond. When you break one bond, 2 hydrogens get added. Remember that. When you break the bond to one bond, 2 hydrogens will get added. And if suppose 3 bonds are there, out of that 2 bonds you break, how many hydrogens will be added? Definitely 4 hydrogens will be added. Let's see how it is. Let me take now the same example. Same example here only. I'll try to write. So what it will be now? Suppose 3 hydrogen bonds are there. 1, okay, 1, 2, and 3. So that means 1, 2, 3, and this will not be there. This hydrogen will not be there. This hydrogen also will not be there. So what will be? Tetravalence is satisfied. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and only now the formula remains what? C2H2. Correct? Now, can we have room for the hydrogens to get added? Yes, as I mentioned to you in the case of two carbon, the carbon compound with double bond. Okay, now here we are having triple bond here, right? So what it is that how many hydrogens will be getting added here by breaking the bond? If you break the bond upper one like this, what will happen? You can add 2 hydrogens here now. That is 1 here, 1 here. Okay, and it will be something like this, H and H. Correct? But again there is room for addition of hydrogen atoms. How? By breaking this lower bond. Okay, when we break this lower bond, again there is a room for addition of 2 more hydrogens. That is here 1, here 1. That is H and H. Since we can add more number of hydrogen atoms here, okay, so there is a room for hydrogen atoms to get added. This compound with triple bond is also called as unsaturated. So that means in unsaturated we have 2 different types of compounds. One with carbon-carbon double bond and second is carbon-carbon triple bond. So the one which are having carbon-carbon double bond, they are called as alkenes. They are called as alkenes. So there are 2 different types of unsaturated hydrocarbon. One is alkene and another one is alkyne. So now if you see the prefix is ALK in all the cases. ALK, ALK, ALK. Only the suffix has changed. Suffix is ANE, ENE, YNE. So here ANE means it's a carbon-carbon single bond. Carbon-carbon single bond. ENE means carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. So here carbon-carbon single bond. Here carbon-carbon double bond. Okay. And this is carbon-carbon triple bond. They are called as alkynes. Fine. So we have now hydrocarbons. How many types are there? Saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons, we have learned that there is under saturated we have alkanes which has carbon-carbon single bonds. Fine. Then in unsaturated, since there is a room for addition of hydrogen, they are called as unsaturated. So in that we have 2 different types. One is alkene, second one is alkyne. So alkene, carbon-carbon double bond and alkyne is carbon-carbon triple bond. So I hope so you have understood this. Right? Now it's a time for us to learn about how to draw the structural formula. So for that, let's see how we can draw the structural formula, and 1 or 2 I will draw electron dot structures of all the different hydrocarbons, that is alkane, alkene and alkyne. One example I will take and I will explain to you. Okay. Now let's learn to draw the electron dot structure. Okay, you have learned about the electron dot structure of methane, the simple carbon hydrocarbon. Okay, now let's draw of ethane. Okay, formula of ethane is C2H6. Okay, formula of ethane is C2H6. Fine. So let's try to draw first the line structure or the structural formula, so that later on we can draw the electron dot structure with circles and without circles also. So let's draw first the line structure, that is also called as structural formula of ethane. Okay. So for that first we need to draw the carbon-carbon single bond like this. Okay. So carbon skeleton. So first draw carbon-carbon single bond, that is one here, one, okay, here. You need to draw in such a way that you have to satisfy the carbon's valency. So carbon's valency is 4, therefore it will have 4 bonds, as I mentioned to you previously also. So now just put this hydrogens of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now this is the line structure of something called as ethane. Okay, so this is the structural formula of ethane. Now let's try to draw the electron dot structure of ethane. What you have to do is that you have to draw carbon first in the center, draw a circle around it. Since carbon is forming a bond with carbon, see that you will draw another circle like this overlapping, so that whenever you are drawing the electron dot structure, see that you have to draw the circles overlapping, which means that they are forming a covalent bond here. Fine. Now you see that in the skeleton you can see hydrogen up like this, one here like this, one here like this, another here, another here. So first draw all the hydrogens here, one like this, another one here like this, and another one here like this. Okay, now for this carbon it is ready. Now where we have to draw? Another for this carbon, that is here one, here two, and here another one. See that whenever you are drawing the electron dot structure with the circle, see that those circles should look like circles and not like oval. This is one thing. Secondly, you should never overlap this of hydrogens with each other. Then it will be a wrong structure, because many students have that habit of drawing simply circles, when just drawing circles one inside the other. That will be wrong. Okay, see that wherever you are forming the bond, there only the the two atoms will be overlapping. This hydrogen cannot overlap with this. Fine. So see that you will be drawing like that. So this is one thing. Now let's draw this is now your hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen like this you draw. Now this is ready. Once it is ready, is it complete? No, it's not complete, because since it's electron dot structure, you need to draw the electron dots. Okay, or cross. It can be drawn with a dot or a cross. Then only the structure will be complete of the electron dot structure. And remember, dear students, 2 electrons means it will be shown with 2 dots, and 2 electrons or 1 pair of electron is 1 bond. Here it is, since it is forming a single bond, here it will be only 1 pair of electron. Here also it will be 1 pair of electron, 1 pair of electron, since single bonds are there. And remember, whenever carbon is getting bonded with hydrogen, never it will be more than 2 electrons or 1 pair of electron, because hydrogen requires only 1 electron to complete its duplet. Therefore, whenever you are drawing for hydrogen, you cannot draw 4 electrons. Always remember, it will be only 2 electrons. So for hydrogen we will draw a cross, and for carbon we will draw a dot. Okay, so for carbon it will be a dot, and for hydrogen it will be a cross. So for every carbon I will draw like that. Okay, every side of the carbon I will draw a dot like this. Fine, and this, of course, these 2 are there, 1, 2, 1 and 2 here of both the carbons. So 1 bond, single bond, 1 pair of electrons is 1 single bond. So you cannot draw more than 2 electrons here. So this is ready. Now here just have to draw the cross like this. Here cross of the hydrogen. Here there is no hydrogen. This side is the hydrogen. So draw a cross here, and cross here, and dot of this carbon here like this, like this, like this. So this is the complete electron dot structure of the ethane. And we can draw electron dot structure in a simple manner also, by just drawing the dots and without showing the circle. So that way also is very simple to draw. How to draw? Okay, what you have to draw is that first you have to draw the carbon like this in between. Okay, since it's a single bond, so here only 1 pair of electrons will be there. Single bond, 1 pair of electrons will be there between carbon and carbon. Then remaining 4 bonds, it will be 1, 2 bonds, 3 bonds and 4 bonds of this carbon. And here 1 bond, 2 bonds, 3 bonds, 4 bonds. Okay, ready? Now just have to put now H here. So this is also electron dot structure without drawing the circle. So this is regarding the ethane. Okay. Now in your textbook it is given on page number 115, the first, the above part. Use your brain power. You need to draw the molecular formula of the propane. So propane, how propane means, as I mentioned to you previously, prop means 3 carbon atoms. Okay, prop means 3 carbon atoms. Therefore the molecular formula of propane is C3H8. Here it is asked only to draw the structural formula. So structural formula is very easy to draw. That means you have to draw the line structure of the propane. So line structure of the propane, how you have to do? First you see how many carbons are there. Draw like that. Carbons, 3 carbons are there. So 3 carbons you draw, and then you put a single bond in between them. Then you have to write how many hydrogens? 8 hydrogens. Let's see whether it is coming 8 after satisfying the valency of carbon. So that 1 here, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, okay, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how many hydrogens we can add here now. H, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the structure of propane. You can easily draw the structural formula of the propane like that. Even you can draw later on butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane. Okay, up to decane you can draw. So this is regarding how to draw. Use your brain. Let's see now about the double bond. That is, we'll take the same carbon-carbon double bond. That will be called as ethane. Let's try to draw ethane structure now. Ethane structure, what will be the formula of ethane? Ethane formula is C2H4. Okay, so C2H4, that means 1, 2 carbons. First draw carbon-carbon single bond, and then how many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens. That means 2 this side, here and here, 2 and here and here, 2 plus 2, 4. But let's see whether it is satisfying its tetravalency or not. Here 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that means only 3 bonds are there. So that means it is the tetravalency of the carbon is not satisfied. How it can be satisfied? By just putting a double bond in between them. Okay. Now it is, now carbon has tetravalency. 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, now the name of this is, it is an alkene since double bond is there. And name of this alkene, since 2 carbon atoms are there, it is the prefix and suffix will be ene, ethene. Okay. Now we have to draw what? Electron dot structure of this. So what you have to draw is that first draw 2 carbons like this. Okay, overlapping with each other because it is forming a double bond here. So draw like that, overlapping carbon here this side. Fine. Then hydrogens we have to place. So one here this side. Another one here 1, and here another one. So hydrogens. Then just put H. Fine. Now hydrogen with hydrogens, it will always have a 1 pair of electrons everywhere. But here since double bond is there, that means 2 pairs of electrons should be there. And 2 pairs of electron means altogether 4 electrons. So in between here, since there is a double bond, that means you will have to draw how many electrons? Here you have to draw 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots means 4 electrons and 2 pairs. 2 pairs means 2 bonds. Okay, double bond is ready. Now what you have to do here? You have to put a cross for hydrogen everywhere. Okay, and dot for carbon. Dot for carbon. So this is your electron dot structure of ethene. Okay, and simply we can draw in this manner also. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, okay. Here 1, 2, H, 1, 2, H, 1, 2, H, 1, 2, H. Okay. So this is also called as electron dot structure of the ethene. Just count the number of electrons, whether it should be 8 total or 4 pairs. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this carbon. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this carbon. And pairs, 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs. So each pair means 1 bond. So here there are 2 pairs, so 2 bonds. So this is regarding the ethane. Let's go now for next one, that is ethyne. C3H2. Okay. So just I am changing this formula now of ethyne. Ethyne. How we can draw ethyne? See, first draw the carbon-carbon single bond and then 2 hydrogens. So 1 here, 1 here. Fine. Now again here only 2 bonds are there, but it requires 4 bonds. So for that we will draw to satisfy its valency. Triple bond should be there between carbon-carbon. Okay. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for this carbon. Fine. Now this is the line structure or the structural formula of something called as it will be the prefix, and since triple bond is there, since it is an alkyne now, since triple bonds are there, alkyne, it is an alkyne, and since 2 carbons are there, the prefix will be ETH and suffix will be YNE, ethyne. Fine. Now electron dot structure, same way you have to draw 2 carbons like this, 1 here, another one here, draw C and C. Okay. Triple bonds means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 will be there, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 pairs of dots. That means 3 pairs of electron which forms triple bond. And now here 1 hydrogen, this side 1 hydrogen, and another one this side. Finished. This is your electron dot structure of the ethyne. Cross of hydrogen and dot of carbon. So this way you can easily draw the electron dot structure as well as the line structure, the structural formula. This is called a structural formula. This way also you can show 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hydrogen, hydrogen. So these are electron dot structures of ethyne. Okay, so this is regarding hydrocarbon saturated and unsaturated. We have learned to draw even their electron dot structures as well as line structures. Fine. So next time we are going to learn about in these hydrocarbons only there are something called as straight chains, ring chains and branch chains. So we have already learned that due to catenation property there are two different types of chain, open chain and closed chain. And in open chain we have a straight chain and branch chain which is open, and closed chain wherein they are all the carbon atoms are joined to each other forming a ring-like structure. So that ring-like structure is also called as a closed chain. So that we are going to learn in the next video. So till then students, bye and thank you.